ask you this question first, because I always hear coaches talk about this, and they say it to me, and then I hear you talk about it a little bit. Why all these coaches, I think these parents and these people out here today, they getting the mixed up because people keep saying 2-star athletes, 3-star athletes, this and that. But then I hear a lot of college coaches say, what was the kid 100 track time and what position? Can you elaborate on that a little more and explain who they talking about track time and why they want to see the track time and this and that?
Right, so prime example, I just talked to a college yesterday, coach. Me and him was talking. The number one thing, so we had two kids on the board, right, coach? We had a 6'3" DB on the board and we had a 5'11" DB on the board, right, coach? So he told me, he said, coach, with the 6'3" guy, I'm gonna take the 6'3" guy. I'm gonna offer him right now. But before I offer the 5'11" guy, I need to know something. I said, what's up, coach? I need to know what events he running track and what is his PRs in track. And so I said, hey, coach, why do you want a smaller guy PR times? He said, coach, one thing about that long guy, like we just said, that 6'3" guy, we know he's super long. So we can substitute his speed, his size for his speed. But with that smaller, that 5'11" guy, I gotta know, is he a runner? Is he a guy that's running the hundreds and the tens, or he a guy running the 200s and the 20s, right? I need to know that because, coach, when we go on the field, I need to know, can this kid really run with an SEC type guy or a Power 5 type player because he don't got the ideal size they would look for to make up the speed. We got to find something else to show us that he's fast because the tape don't show you how fast you really are, right? You can, coach, with highlight film these days, you can slow the tape down. You can speed the tape up these days. So what they be want to know, like everybody say, oh, run track. Yes. You can run, but the reason they want you to run track because they're looking for time. They're not looking for a kid going out there, we trying to see how you run. No, they just want to know if a kid is running a 10 right now, that shows that the kid can be a 4-3 guy and he can run, he can seriously run on the football field. So when they looking for the times, that's what they look. They looking for how fast, how explosive you are, how fast you are. And like you say, because you can tell by time that if you kid running a 10-7, that the average kid don't run 10-7, right, coach? So when you say you're 10-7, that's showing you that you're elite speed. So that's gonna show you. So that time gonna give that 5'11" kid the jump over that 6'3" kid because he's showing that he's just explosive as that guy. He can do the same exact stuff that kid can do, and he's probably more faster than that guy. So that's why, like you say, you look for something, like we always say, something else that substitute for not having the size. So that's what they try to find different things to be able to get these guys through the door. Well, if you don't have the size, I know you got that PR time. That means you're rolling. That means you're moving. So I'm not saying you got to be the best. You got to win state championship. They just want to know what your times are because they can measure those times. They see those times. They know what a 10-7 might be equivalent to a 4-4, right? They know, so that's what they break it down to.
So Coach DY, this is what I'm trying to get to on this whole thing, right? I understand what you're saying about the time with track, this and that. But I think this is where people mistaken in that. And this is where I want to challenge you on this end. I keep hearing everybody talking about multiple star athlete, multiple sport athlete playing multiple sport. So is it that I need to send my son, because I understand with track, all times with track and track events is certified state times, okay? That's why they ask them because of the track, because we know whatever them times come off them clocks when they running track meets is that. So what if I did this, Coach D. Wise? What if I sent my son that really ain't a track runner and put him on a track team just to go out there and run a couple meets real quick just to get the time down? Would that suffice for what that college want to know? Or are you telling me my son got to be a track star, track player, track, 100% track, or do I just need to get the track coach to let him run the 200 in a track meet or the 100 track meet just to get
the track coach to let him run the 100, run those events that college coaches want to see, correct? You know, like you said, you don't got to be 100% track team because we're not saying, the college coach is not saying, we want that that track coach to teach you how to run. They're not saying that. What they're looking for time. So how can I get a time? I get the time by by running the event, correct? So if a kid can go to if a kid and a parent can work with a track coach, say, hey coach, we'll come to practice twice a week, but we want to be able to run in the event on the track meet. We just ask you to run at 2 meets, coach, before we can get that certified time. That's all you need because you're trying to, like you just said, coach, certified time. It's a difference between having certified time and somebody saying, oh, I ran a 4.4 on my iPhone, coach. And so, like I said, you use that for, like I said, it's just another tool that you can use. You don't have to be 100%, I'm a track runner. No, you just got to be able to get on the track team and let the track coach let you at the meet run those events, because they can let you run those events, let you run the 400, let you run the 200, let you run the 100, just to get your time, so you get to see where your time's at. Then, and some guys, like you say, coach, some guys might run track and be really, really good at it, correct? So you like you say, do that mean they keep going to the Olympic? No, but what he gonna do? He gonna continue to get good times, and so he might need. I'm not saying every kid need track time, but you might need that time to help hold in your back pipe just in case that coach do call and say, okay, we know you ran in the track meet. What was your time in that track meet?
Right. So let me go a little deeper. I love that. Let me go a little deeper. So are you talking about skill guys running track, or do I need to send offensive linemen, defensive linemen to go run them track for time too?
Skill guys, the number one thing when you talk about, because they looking for what I keep saying, coach, speed. Everybody want to see speed, coach. With offense line, defense line, we don't care about speed. You know, you got some defense line that out here are running on a 4x1, right? But like I say, them no freakish guys. But like I say, everybody wants speed. Now, also another event that my skill guys need to do, especially my DBs, is what, coach? The triple jump, because they want to know how explosive them guys are with the triple jump, coach. So those are events. So like I say, linemen, it's cool to throw a shot put, you know, to do some good things, but it's other sports during that time for a lineman that lineman can get into. Like you say, I see a lot of people get into rugby now. That's a great sport. Even lacrosse is a great sport for linemen to get into in high school football if you're talking about you want to be a part of another sport. And so that's some things, because one thing about rugby and lacrosse, they're very physical sports, the same movement as playing football. You get to keep that physicality. And one thing about it, you got to be able to stay low. And then, like I said, I know most people, I love wrestling, but the only thing I don't like about wrestling with those big guys, you got to be able to cut weight. And you want some guys to be able to cut weight, but you don't want your 300-pound offensive line to go all the way down to 250. Then by the season start, you can't gain no weight back, correct? And so when you talk about those type of guys, like I say, when you say track is for skill guys, because like I said, we're looking for speed. We want to know, can he run? Can he jump? Are he explosive? What his vertical is? But so with those guys, linemen, yeah, you can go throw the shot put in distance. You still can see your explosion on how far you throw it. But nobody out here asking me, nobody never asked me, coach, hey, coach, what his shot put time is, coach? But I didn't have plenty of people ask me what his triple jump time, what is his 200 time, what is his 400 time. But I never had no call ask me what is his shot put time. But they have asked me, coach, do we play basketball as a lineman? What else does he do, coach, besides play offensive line or play defense line? And you tell them all different sports. Like I said, we got a young man right now playing rugby, and he's very, very physical. You can tell he's physical because the way he plays rugby, he plays football just like he played very dominant. And so, like you say.
So I got another question. Didn't mean to cut you off. You just brought something to my attention. Now, I have had this happening, Coach D-Wise, where O-line and D-lineman, coach said, can he dunk a basketball? Again, Coach D-Wise, that don't mean he need to go join the basketball team. That don't mean he need to be a basketball player. But what you say it'll be good, and I know we done did this before, is to tell that kid to go in the gym, take a basketball and go dunk it and let somebody record it and send it to you. Because what do that show? That show that kid is explosive if he's 280 pounds, 300 pounds, he can dunk a basketball. Correct. And if he can dunk it flat-footed or backwards, that shows even how more explosive he is.